This is esports. You think esports? This is FTC.
Welcome back to Combo Breaker 2022 here for Granblue Fantasy versus Top 32 action. I'm Maverick, joined by Monkey Business. How you doing today?
I'm doing lovely, Maverick. I woke up, found myself a $7.50 Schaumburg Renaissance Convention Center hot dog.
There you go.
Ate it outside and watched dozens of rideshare drivers show up with families and parties here, dropping off local Chicagoans to Combo Breaker 2022. And I bet right now the group of seats that those families were most attracted to, Granblue Fantasy Versus, the game that I think benefits the most from the offline stage, the prestige of an event like Combo Breaker. I think we had 4th or 5th most entrants on the leaderboards here for CB registration.
Yeah.
Huge resurgence here, and they want to see Granblue in particular.
You know, it was something that I had been excited for, seeing the turnout for Frosty, right? And so once we knew that Combo Breaker was going to happen, everything was good to go. Seeing that Granblue was climbing the leaderboards like as we neared into May was just an inspiring feeling. And we've had some fantastic matches, but now is where the rubber starts to meet the road. This is the gambit to get into top 16, and this is where, you know, you start to see some of the well-known players run into maybe some people who can cause some upsets, and that's what's really exciting about top 32.
Yes, everybody will be incredibly competent, precise, learning as they play, making the most of the first to 2 tournament set that they're afforded. Granblue, one of the few games that actually hasn't gone the way of the 3 out of 5 through the whole tournament, so you must instantly be adapting all the time. Anything you forget will be used against you in the next round. And then also in the court of law or replay evaluations, whatever have you, you know. It could go fast in this game if you let it.
It really can. Granblue is one of those games where the floor to get in and accessibility is really wide open, but it very quickly evolves into a cerebral game that where you have to make fast decisions in very difficult situations. So speaking of fast decisions in difficult situations, we see Buscar Luz coming up again with the LUEshi, a character that can definitely put you in various difficult situations, versus Neokarsh running with the Jita. And we saw Neokarsh go to Jita yesterday as well.
A fish wielder as well.
Of course, that's the natural weapon for Jita.
Here to troll us all. Does the thing have its own sound effects or what? I like how you phrased it, by the way.
I don't think so. The frying
sound
pan,
effects.
but not the fish.
Ah, okay, fine.
But either way, LUEshi being a chef, there might be a disadvantage for Neokarsh.
I would think that maybe if LUEshi could like steal the fish from her and use it as food for his meter filling, getting that SSBA or SBA up on deck, I mean, that's critical to his game plan.
It really is.
I've seen LUEshi rock 2 supers around more consistently than any other character because he can just eat, he can get that lucky milkshake, whatever have you.
It's really scary too, because if you use Super Skybound Art and get 2 Yggdrasils, that's almost like a guaranteed win. Like how if you're an opponent, you're not really going to survive that. But we're going to see how it plays out. The very first match of Top 32 underway here at Combo Breaker 2022, Granblue versus. Let's get it.
And with this, I'm sure that the corner is going to be the most relevant thing to play for. LUEshi works well with space behind him to flee. He's got this run-style backdash. Anybody who's familiar with him knows that. It's one of the first things you see LUEshi players do. We have to see how sharply attuned Jita is to the forward movement. Neokarsh has to, I think, prioritize the corner and don't let him get out. Look out for rolls forward.
Oh my goodness, just starting off immediately with the aggression, which is exactly what you want to do if you're Neokarsh. However, Buscar's out of the corner, Catalina block coming down, and the side switch.
Yeah, right. So side switch was that relevant factor I was trying to allude to. Now, see, once Buscar corners you, of course the corner pressure is devastating, but even once you get out, LUEshi still has space to retreat, start summoning, calling cat bots, Sammy and Tommy. Sammy the slide, by the way, I think. Tommy the overhead one.
Right now, Neokarsh not worried about any of the friends. Buscar is calling out the homies, gets the awesome sauce, lays down the missiles in the run-up throw. Neokarsh in a bit of a difficult situation. You see Buscar is just hanging around in that Super Skybound area, just in case you got to pick up the cell phone and call an adult.
Ooh, that's a big pickup. Not going to kill, but going to set up a pretty much guaranteed kill situation. This is the classic human pyramid attack. Imagine escaping alive.
Wait a minute. Chip is a thing.
Oh, right at the end. I don't think that was Chip. I think that was just a little bit of sudden movement at the end. I really think Neo thought it was over. I did personally.
Yeah, it was the very last one. Neo was so he couldn't really block, right, because the HP bar was so low.
Yeah,
Buscar's gonna take round 1.
Yep. Here's that corner. Can we pick up the combo? Yes. Nice wall bounce. Spends all the cooldown. Now throws the only threat. Maybe overhead and an auto combo? I don't know. Yes, he throws the only threat, right?
Buscar's getting chucked back into the corner. Neokarsh hammering away. Cooldowns have been restored.
Yeah, so now the hit confirm threat is returned. Makes defense a lot scarier for Buscar, who nonetheless, with Sammy and Tommy as backup, found some ground, but it is now Yiggy and Mommy's job to get this bully Vita out of here right now.
Listen, sometimes you just got to call the adult to let them know the playground is no longer safe. Neokarsh playing the mini party game really well, dashing up, got the punish as well. Neokarsh said, I'm going to wait for the parent to turn their back and then hit you again.
It wasn't about matchup practice against LUEshi or Sammy or Tommy or the cat bot. It's about fighting Humid Pyramid Attack and Yggdrasil.
That's fair. Neokarsh.
Everybody knows how to fight this dude LUEshi. But Neokarsh is the best at the mini games.
It's the other people around them that you got to worry about. Neokarsh using that fireball very well as to deter the homies from coming out and taking up that horizontal space.
That sound effect on the projectile parry, just deafening. It just does stun damage in addition to regular damage.
Fireball comes through, gets the Catalina bot, but not the good old boys. And now Buscar is looking to close in the range, gets the sweep, confirms into the EX.
Block string continues. Look at all the reward LUEshi gets for running his offense. His meter's already filled. He can get a Humid Pyramid Attack here for a possible death situation. Saving it. Maybe on the next round.
Get off me. Neokarsh has Super Skybound Art available. Charge Fireball eats up all of the homies. Catalina bot coming out.
LUEshi still has counter to get one knockdown and set up a near-death situation. Oh, with this life, yeah. I would say you could rock Yiggy or HP right now. There's HP.
Oh,
here they come.
It's the guessing game time. Slide through and gets the finish. Buscar closing out 2 rounds with HPA. It's a, I mean, when you're low on life like that, even if you're not in the corner, that's just a rough super to deal with.
It's a perilous situation. What also sucks is it looks so funny. You can't flee even at mid-screen. He just walks, and it's faster than everyone else running in the game. Like, suddenly you understand, like, millipedes are the fastest insect on the ground because they got a lot of legs. And those people combined, they have like 5 or 6 legs in there, maybe 4.
4, but you got 2 extra.
Yeah, 2 extra for the wind generation.
There you go.
Yeah.
Speaking of wind generation, wind conditions coming out for Buscar. Has Neokarsh in the corner, tried to 2H, but nobody was home, just a friend.
The way condition is EX Awesome Sauce. He'll always say way when you do it.
I see.
Yeah. No DP punish. Big L for Buscar, but his scrambling with HP, Neo with such low life anyway is just going to die to the nice active frames on HPA. I believe that's the L button there on HPA.
Yeah, Neokarsh run into a lot of situations where you're at a life deficit against LUEshi, and it really is a tall mountain to climb when you find yourself in that scenario. Into the corner goes Neokarsh.
Easy to find yourself there when you lose at round start, too. Momentum heavy character in LUEshi always seems to find himself in the hands of Buscar Luz, winning the round start, creating a corner situation, and even throw attack is devastating. -26 there. Neokarsh basically still cornered.
Neokarsh looking for a way out of jail. Can't get it so far. Late tech went up for a throw again. Big counter hit. This gets back to mid-screen.
I feel like any combo will be an HP into a standing reset, especially if they hit the corner.
Oh, the turnaround. Buscar's locked in. Only needs really just a tap and a confirm.
Chip is going to be relevant soon, too. LUEshi can do plenty of it. Yeah, especially with HPA. Here he comes. Overhead.
The closeout. HPA. Winning all 4 rounds that Buscar won. And, sometimes you run into those situations where you immediately, especially in a game like Granblue, like if you're at a life deficit, there's not too much to save you, right? Like you just really got to dig deep and figure out what your opponent's trying to do and capitalize. Now, the benefit of it is, again, this game being about putting people in difficult situations. If you can turn the tables, momentum swings are huge in this game.
Yep, because the stages aren't very long. You can corner your opponent pretty easily. If they push themselves out, you guess right once or twice, you suddenly have a chance to win on the next hit, and once you hit them 2 or 3 times into the corner. So, believe in yourself, believe in victory.
You gotta believe. It tells you at the beginning, like, believe in victory. If you don't, well, that you're going to have a hard time. So
the only saving grace possible comeback mechanic is getting SSBA as a result of losing life, being below 30%, and then having 100 meter. So sometimes you can feel like, gee, I sure got robbed. I didn't even get to use SSBA, and they got to kill me with theirs.
Yeah.
But that's really the fullest extent of it. Everything else is just honesty.
And it depends on how far behind you are in HP, right? Like if you're 15 to 20%, sure, that's a situation. But if you're 60 to 70% behind, even SSBA sometimes won't save you.
Yeah, I can't blame him.
Not over for Neokarsh, right? Has the loser side of things to be able to try to move into top 16.
Yeah.
But it will be Buscar moving forward. You know, one of the players in the bracket, honestly, that you expect to be in the top 8, right? It's just kind of one of those situations, and not to take anything away from Neokarsh, but you know, a lot of people would be honestly shocked if Buscar's didn't make it. So
the real privilege is getting to play more matches on winner's side on stream once you win. You know, that's the reward. Buscar will have a nice set of VODs to look through.
There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Neokarsh has to climb to maybe losers top 8 or something to have a shot now.
You never know. Might sneak back in there at some point. But speaking of being back in, we're going to get straight to it. We have October and Shuaboo up and ready to go. Shuaboo, 6 player.
Yep.
You'll see
formerly
a lot of 6.
Soares too.
Yeah, formerly, but then it was like, wow, well, if I want to do this,
if I want to do this,
I might as well just do it with one of the best. So a lot of 6s made it through in the top 32. I don't think any surprise for anyone from the
Certainly
States.
not. Especially, I like the switch from Soares to 6 because Soares gives you this offensive, fundamental skill set where you're frame trapping consistently and you know, understanding risk reward and when to spend your cooldowns. A lot of top players picked up Soares just to mess around with him and, you know, use him to train. I remember Diaphone had a Soares for a long time and said, yeah, this was great for me. I learned how to play so fundamentally perfectly. And then here comes 6 with the same offensive focus, but sharp, precise, what one might say cracked frame trap game. Yeah.
Just explosive character all around, right? Just so many tools to navigate the neutral space and be able to enforce his will. And so Shuaboo, one of the best at doing that. And again, did really well at both CEO and Frosty.
Yeah.
So I'm sure Shuaboo's expecting a top 8 spot. You know, you go in, some players are skilled enough to be able to do that, to say, okay, I'm expecting to get to this position, and Shuaboo one of them.
Every Lancelot player jealous of 6 as well. Suddenly
you can always switch.
a faster run speed, 2 hits on each Rekka for extra confirmability compared to Lancelot swinging 1.
Air Fireball.
Wider variety of air movement options in general. Wall bounce off the wall dive kick type thing. And then here comes little Charlotta, you know.
I mean, still doing what she does best. Just
yeah, I would assume Matera. Okay. I would be very surprised if we didn't see October Matera. But one way, I think Charlotte is great for button checks because you can execute the hands Sword of Lumiel by mashing, right? I think, or is it a motion? I don't know. I'm not a Charlotte player.
I'm not either.
It historically moves like that, quarter circle back.
Yeah.
I would hope that you can mash though. Make sure that button's working real good.
So 6 Matera is going to be an interesting one because
yeah, actually we saw. This matchup played out in the East versus West 10v10 at CEO.
Yep.
And we were all saying, wow, 6 sure is well equipped to deal with everything Matera had ever wanted to set up and do. And nonetheless, I think we saw Shuaboo lose to, who was it?
Ed Gone Bad.
Ed Gone Bad, yeah, he ran through everybody.
Yeah, Ed Gone Bad really did put in a huge performance there. So, and that goes to show you, I mean, you can look on paper and say, okay, these tools beat these tools, but at the end of the day, it comes down to what the players are able to do with what they're provided with. So,
yeah, what if you get mixed, you know?
Yeah, exactly.
What if they block and don't get hit?
They blocked? I wasn't planning on that.
Yeah, hard to predict. Well, I think having a parry is still very helpful defensively against Matera. You can kind of know when she's going to have to extend her turn or use butterfly pressure and maybe put in a parry right there in a small gap when she's leaping at you.
Oh, this mask is killing me right now.
Yeah, that needs to go off.
That should not be, oh my
That's
goodness.
not tournament legal.
That is rough stuff for sure. Letting the intros rock. Beautiful game, as I always enjoy seeing the intros go through because
I think it looks even more beautiful in full motion in gameplay.
Fair enough.
And that's starting now. Already down a cooldown is October.
And immediately like that, Shuaboo gets in with the dive, air fireball. October trying to escape but gets caught out of the skies.
so much corner carry just from corpse walking, just running Matera into the corner. Yeah.
You know what you're trying to do. EX into the rain, set up with the butterflies as well. Shuaboo gonna have to be careful. Gets opened up low, and the full conversion here from October.
Yep. Great part about this juggle, it wastes a lot of time and lets her get some cooldowns back.
Look at the setup again. We're gonna run it twice. We're watching the close on the double cycle tonight.
Yep, and now that Super's here, there's always a hit confirmable threat. So throw and strike work well in union there. No read from the cooldowns.
I think the beautiful thing about that sequence from October is that it provided multiple guessing points over and over again, and it allowed October to really, you know, just detect how Shuaboo's blocking today.
Yep. Familiar pattern too. There was corner carry off the anti-air, just like the previous round start for October, but this time Shuaboo fought right back.
Oh no! Counter hit overhead, register wide open. The cash falling out of October's pockets.
Yeah, all of it. I think they're about even now on last round. Gonna need to make that up with some side bets. And betting on 6, Canadian combo, easy bet for the kill here. No matter how long it takes and how much scaling kicks in, that was definitely over.
Imagine having an air fireball and Canadian.
The Canadian needs a buff. I don't think we see it enough.
Don't do that.
Compared to the rest of the 6 kit, the other supers.
Yeah, he's so strong. You know, his other really strong moves, not strong enough. We need a little bit more.
Yeah. I mean, especially for a Canadian type move, it's got to be the weakest I've ever seen.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
The overhead connecting, but no confirm off of it. Shuaboo back in the business. October being pushed into the corner.
Yeah. October making a good bet with the far L check, but the backdash option from Rekka's goes so unworldly far that even the 5L from Matera doesn't reach. She'd have to like shoot a special move, maybe a unique action projectile to have a chance of hitting anything, and it's so low reward.
Speaking of getting hit, I mean the grab into the just dash up light, checking to make sure. The tech can couple multiple succession after getting thrown. You know, you flinch sometimes, and good closeout from Shuaboo. That was very good, you know, player awareness, as you were saying earlier.
Yeah. In a game where I feel pretty comfortable teching throws on reaction and kind of knowing when people are throwing based upon the time they spend walking or running at me, I find it so much more difficult against 6 just because of the run speed flatly.
Yeah.
I actually, you know, if you crouch, your character's forced to stand for the first couple frames of the throw, and that's how I react to tech, but even against 6, I can't really do it.
Yeah, 6 just one of those high-paced characters that can keep you into a difficult situation that way.
Yeah.
October trying to play the long-range game, does close the distance a little bit. Ooh, went for the tricky stuff, but immediately light out from Shuaboo.
Yeah, close light check is great. There's also a juggle option there. I'm sure Shuaboo might pick it up next time now that they're aware.
Oh, the parry said, excuse me, I'm not a nature person.
High wall bounce here. Let's see the combo. Oh my god. Maximum scaling, combo limit reach. Let's see the reset. Infinite block string, still more throws to go for.
Ooh, went for the finish with the overhead, did not get it. Late tech from October, still hemmed up in the corner. Super Skybound available. Oh, the pickup? Not quite.
I don't think any option was there other than the EX firework shot. Oh. That's a kill.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was a really good low arc jump from Shuaboo, because that wasn't necessarily like the long range, you know, projectile from Matera. That was a really short one, but Shuaboo with the read. Set point.
Yes. Moving so much faster than I anticipated, always. We were just talking about how first to 2 is so relevant. Like, even commentators have to brace for impact on the end of sets suddenly arriving.
Absolutely. The parry, such a good move. One of the more complete parries in the game.
Yes. Undodgeable, can't really be fought against on reaction, and with the knockdown it gives, Shuaboo gets to run up with 6, instantly get Oki because of the walk speed, run speed.
Oh no!
Goodbye.
Monkey!
That's the end. Hey, that's not my fault. That's an optimal combo demonstration. Let's hit the lab. Even all the hits of the auto combo, it's still a kill.
Yeah.
I think they're just trying to max out the combo timer, or the count up there. What's it say, 60 something, 27? I don't know. That's a prime number. No, it's not. It's not a prime number.
Not. But it's prime enough for Shuaboo to be moving on. Yeah, that was 2.
Yeah.
Even October's like, yo.
Oh, it's over?
But that's the beauty of this game. Like, a lot of people, you know, unless you play it and watch it and study it, you don't understand that the accessibility is there, and I will preach this over and over again, but the situational awareness and decision making is so cerebral and so quick that it's an explosive game.
Yeah, so a couple elements that I think viewers at home might want to look for that accessibility, the predictable elements of the game that make it easier to get into the higher level stuff. EX moves are a hard knockdown every time. Anytime you see a character flash yellow, immediately there's probably some kind of setup coming, Oki, maybe a character will build up one of their unique meters, but that's always a kind of momentum shift when somebody lands an EX move knockdown. If the corner is there, might be a wall bounce combo, you know, and that'll probably do more damage than you're used to seeing in the game.
Absolutely. And speaking of damage, Taiga,
Yeah.
you know, from New York, certainly a damage dealer, has both of the Dragon Knights available to his disposal. But Virum, shout outs to Virum, you know, fellow commentator, but also a very good Percival player from the UK, came all the way over to Combo Breaker for his first time, and placing in top 32 winners, not too bad.
Yes.
However, the reward is facing, you know, one of the best, if not the best, Percival in the US in Taiga. However, Taiga notably does not like that mirror match. So
yep. Taiga avoids
we'll
mirrors everywhere, yeah.
Yeah.
So I think we're going to see Dragon Knights match up, and you know there is a song in the game for this exact occasion. If they have the wherewithal to pick it, I'll be especially impressed. I'll definitely fist bump whoever was player one and chose the song. I'm hoping for Virum. A fellow commentator, Virum, was on the mic earlier for the previous pool, and I'm sure, being a commentator, they pay mind to presentation, pick the right song, pick the right stage. So as long as Virum's player one, we're good.
Yeah, Virum very well aware of thematic.
Oh, Taiga switching the voice language, isn't he? Is this happening? Nope.
No. We're going straight back in.
Yeah. I thought Taiga was a Japanese voice language user. I was about to be very surprised.
That would be shocking, knowing Taiga.
Yeah.
So we're going to get into it again. Taiga, you know, another very, very, very skilled Granblue versus player you would expect. And he would expect to make that top 8 spot as well. You know, did well at Frosty, did well at CEO.
Winners finals also at Summer Jam, one of the first big offline events for Granblue.
Yes.
Which is, I think this is the biggest, but previously it was CEO for sure. Every tournament gets bigger and bigger for the game.
Which is
means
exciting.
a lot.
Can't wait for Evo too. That's going to be incredible.
No doubt. And I'm sure there's more announcements in the works for this game. I think a lot of people saw DNF Duel on the horizon as a kind of like Granblue-like successor. Where, but nonetheless, this game still has more DLC.
Support,
they just added that random select feature character over there. I was like, is that a new character that I didn't know about? No, that's just random select, but it's funny.
Yeah. I mean, the game is going to definitely be continued to be supported, and the community definitely supports it as well. So as long as that's happening, it's in a really good spot. But here we go, another top 32 match coming at you. Taiga versus Virum. And the mirror. What is going on? This has got to be a button check.
Ego's on the line. No way. The tournament veterans, they check their buttons at the character select screen where they're already shown to work.
All right, well, we're going to find out. I'm like absolutely flabbergasted if this is the real deal.
Well, hands not on the stick, so probably not.
Yeah, it is the button check. Okay, I was going to say, this is Taiga woke up feeling different.
Yeah. Taiga had to get dressed for the occasion.
There you go.
The crowd erupts in the distance for two block button checking Percivals, building stocks together like the brothers they are. Trauma ray stacks, as we call them. Looks like the no stock EXDP is working, so they're done.
There's the thumbs up as well, so we know we're going to get straight into it.
Nice.
This is going to be a really fun one. I haven't really seen much of Virum play. So always seeing people come over to the States from international spaces with Granblue is fascinating because we don't really get a lot of exposure to it.
Certainly not. This is one of the only occasions in the whole year that I think we would get European travel. We've got some other international travel here at Combo Breaker across all the games. But I think as we continue to come back here in the FGC, once we start to get more comfortable, we can get the United States people headed to Europe again and kind of just grow the scene at large. Really excited for those days. Luckily today is one of them here for Virum.
Absolutely. Incredible experience for people to be able to just mingle together offline and learn from one another, have discussions. So here we go, top 32 action. Taiga versus Virum, Lancelot versus Percival.
They actually picked it. I can hear it.
That's fantastic.
Yeah. Second hit Rekka confirmed. Taiga already on point. That's the one you really got to look out for. Just a little bit less damage than the first Rekka.
Taiga continuing the pressure after the EX Fireball.
Yes. Of course, you want to take your turn after second Rekka. Third, punishable, so risky. Tega hardly ever does it.
Oh, Virum in a whole lot of trouble getting an early Dragon Knight education session from Tega.
Yeah, and here he comes for Oki. A throw will kill at this level, too. There it is.
Oh, yeah. The jump in into the tick throw. Perfection from Tega. Looking nice and ready for this one.
Yep, yep. He and I are in good communication. I told him to throw, he did. And Virum, you know, I was hoping he would build some stocks, but it can be a little bit harder in this matchup than others to keep your space. Lancelot 6-6H and 6-6L, advancing blade as we call it these days. Very, very strong at just contesting the Percival mid-range game that he's normally so uncontested in.
There's the falling unique, but Tega out of the corner immediately.
Yeah, Turbulence unchecked so far. Virum might need an air throw or something.
Oh my goodness, Virum might need another game plan. Tega running away with it.
The game plan, hopefully, to slow things down. Maybe start here.
Oh, he waited. Yeah, he caught him with the same scenario, but this time just backing up enough to punish Tega. Such a cerebral player, of course.
Yep, it's the fundamentals shimmy. Simply walking back.
Yeah.
Nothing silly or overcommittal. No backdash, no neutral jump, no overhead. Just playing Street Fighter, which he also plays.
He definitely does play that. The low again, opening up the toes of Virum, being blasted back. Percival, there it is, finally. Show him, say it with your chest.
Unfortunately, on no stock counter hit, no meter, there's actually not a good enough combo for Virum to pick up.
Oh, Virum stocking up now, investing in themselves.
Counter hit mocks usually is such a big lead. Great pickup, no super though from Virum.
Oh, there it is. Yeah, Turbulence being checked with the air scoop.
Yep, safe OS too. On hit, you get auto combo. On whiff, you get to air throw like that. That's actually going to kill, isn't it? Pretty much no scaling. The life bar's gone, but I think he's dead.
He might be. It's been buffed, a lot over the year, over the months. So
yeah, that's. I do like that they add the tension to the calculation by removing the life bars.
It is cool.
Commentators are left really having to do the is it going to kill on their own.
Absolutely. But speaking of kill, Tega almost with the final kill, but the DP from Virum answering back. Good blocks and the low punish.
Yeah, Tega's getting killed on these punishes. Very matchup-aware choices from Virum. Certainly has done his research. No shortage of Lancelots in the European Union.
True. Very true.
Actually, Great Britain doesn't count. Never mind. Here comes Virum.
With the hard knockdown into the command throw. Oh, nothing off of it though. Tega lives to swing another day.
Yeah. And Tega knew that another commander was coming after the drop because Virum wanted to correct the mistake, wanted a second chance at the combo.
What a counter poke from Virum.
Yep.
Lancelot, of course, one of the characters that really does that incredibly well.
Yep. Often moving forward. Percival H, a great button to catch any forward movement. So long as you don't whiff it, you're good. So always got to cancel.
Good block so far from Virum. Not quite out of it yet, but has to defend another set point. The turnaround heavy. Oh, this is going to be a big punish.
Yep, all the way to the corner too. 2 cooldowns, spends the EX Ice Ball for Oki, and Virum strikes out. Needs to build stock. There they are, 3 of them.
All right, ready to go. Supers have, or specials have been enhanced.
Virum was actually, had no command dash cancel, so couldn't do any combo off the counter hit jump in.
What a slide after the command dash, and now Tega in a really good situation. Guessing for game. Nice DP on reaction from Virum.
Yeah, you hear that sound effect, UDP. Forget blocking the overhead. That's got no reward. Nice interrupt. That's a kill from Tega.
That'll be it.
2-0 victory. And a great choice to make, knowing that Virum had to make something happen, and Tega, as a Percival player, knows that it's going to come off command dash and it's going to have a gap.
I mean, that's one of Percival's biggest rewards, right? Of doing that command dash, getting a big hit off of it, especially if you do the stab. Can hurt a lot. But Tega, being a Percival player themselves, as you said, kind of was aware, and that's going to be 2-0 Tega, moving on to top 16. Not over yet for our commentary brother in Virum, though. Going to have the loser side to be able to run through.
Commentary brother and Percival brother.
There you
Can't
go.
forget
That's
about
right.
that.
Yeah. Well, for you, not
for me. We're all related.
It's true. It's true. In one communal sense. But speaking of community, thank you everyone for tuning in so far to Top 32 of Granblue Fantasy Versus here at Combo Breaker 2022. If you have not already, tweet it out. Let the good people know what's going on in the skies. Twitch.tv/BG Callisto. It's been good so far.
Yeah, and if you're not a Twitter person, be shouting out your windows classically, you know. I'm mad as hell. I want to watch more Granblue Fantasy Versus right now.
Typing in, just typing in on Twitter in general is kind of like virtually yelling out your window.
Yep.
So it'll be the same.
Put up a sign in your dormitory window. You college FGC folk, hope you have a nice club to play this game at. You know, the game is on sale right now, I believe.
That's true.
Granblue Fantasy Versus, regular edition, probably like, I don't know, below 20 bucks. With DLC, below 40. Got to go with that with DLC version. They've got like 20 DLC characters in this game now.
That's true. And here we go, the next two up. Of course, got to give some Midwest love to Flowerman.
Yes.
One of the best in the business, especially with Fairy.
And that's in this game and also across other titles.
Yes.
BB Tag as well. Flowerman has been a dominant force basically since release. And Flowerman 2 hasn't had much offline experience in the pre-online era, so kind of forming their own like cult following here with great performances at CEO, Frosty, and now I assume one at CB already in Winterside here to face LUEshi. I believe a Belial player, maybe Narmaya, but I recognize them from Persona 4 Arena as a Minazuki and also a Blaze Blue player.
Yeah, fellow anime player for sure. And I'm really proud of Flowerman and the growth that they've had over the years of just jumping into fighting games and deciding to be very competitive. Also, one of the nicest and best people you can meet. Like, Flowerman's awesome.
Love to hear that. And you know, patiently waiting for their offline chance, playing 2 previously non-rollback games.
That's true.
That's discipline right there.
Yeah, it is certainly a commitment to do, but look at the reward, right? Top 32, you're doing well at majors, and you're certainly making waves.
And one of your games got rollback. That's a big W right there.
That is a huge W.
Yeah.
All right, Flowerman plugging in, LUEshi. As you said, might go with the Belial. Belial versus Fairy, a interesting matchup for sure.
I remember seeing a lot of it at the beginning of Season 2 when Belial launched in a Season 1 Fairy state, or maybe a Season 1 his own state. Yeah. I appreciated those days. And I mean, with 6's release into the wild here, I feel kind of nostalgic. You know, the community across fighting games right now is at a very interesting juncture where every game has a absolute top tier. You got Luke, Labcoat 21, previously Gato and KOF, all these other titles. And now we have a new king with 6. Well, and Granblue.
And Granblue. It is an interesting time, but again,
gotta respect it.
You gotta respect it.
Yeah, I love it. It makes me happy.
It's one of those things where, in some ways, I think it bands a community together because it's like, okay, we gotta have some answers.
Put in the work if you want to win.
Yeah, to these characters. There's the Beelzebub from LUEshi.
Yeah. Of course, I should have expected Beelzebub. You know, edgy and top tier. That's the LUEshi pick.
And honestly, I like that matchup a little bit more for the matchup against Fairy, but it's still going to be a long road. Flowerman is so used. I think they're
pointing at the controller. Yes.
Yeah.
I like that physical communication there. Great body language from Flowerman.
Very good stuff.
And with the button check, you also get time for a phone check.
Yeah. Well, you got to tweet out, let people know what's going on. So it's really like a Twitter check.
Right now, I only see LUEshi checking the buttons, even in the loading screen. Maybe more of a finger check, stretch ritual, hand check.
Got to stay loose and limber and hydrated. That's very important.
Let's see if it becomes an execution check. Anyone goes for a combo or not. No, respectful button check so far.
Yeah.
Will anyone get hit? Oh, roll check turns into a nice, meaty GG. 5 hits on contact. Looks like Fairy's going to win this button check by timeout.
All right, here we go. Going straight into it now. Winterside top 32, as we said previously. So this is where you want to stay, obviously. It's nothing but killers the rest of the way through, right? Top 16, top 8. It's not, the easy road has certainly ended.
I'd make the argument that they want to leave here as soon as possible. They want to be in Winners Top 24 with a 2-0 victory and 4 rounds straight.
Yeah. I mean, we've seen some of those too.
Yeah.
But sometimes, there's an argument to be had to, playing a little bit longer, getting warm, if you haven't been warming up. So we'll see what happens. I really think that Flowerman, I know for sure, has their sights on top 8 in this game. It's one of their favorite games to play, and they heavily enjoy it. So this is a big step forward.
going to be achieved with several steps back, maybe a round start up back, I bet.
That's
going to build the space, want to get out of the range of that Beelzebub far H, I think.
Very good point. Going to Coliseum, even though we're offline, I don't know about that one.
It's just what they're used to.
That's true.
But I think Beelzebub's face palming because he's in the Coliseum again, where we've all been trapped for 3 years playing the game. People pick space too. Yeah, I see space in Coliseum pretty exclusively. Anyway, full dialogue, so I don't know what they said, but I'm sure it was worthwhile.
Absolutely, those intros are beautiful. But here we go. Black Fly's coming out. Flowerman backing up, just gauging what LUEshi wants to do. There's the EX dive
kick. Yeah, actually instantly a whiff punish too. Of course, the corner carry is a huge benefit to the dive kick, even if there's no combo unless she's already cornered fully.
Oh, whiff throw there from Flowerman. Not too much of a punish, but EX low wings.
Yeah, that's the accidental shimmy. But you gotta love that one.
Okay, Flowerman. GG holding down the neutral as always.
Basically switching sides on block. And there's LUEshi too far away from an errant DP from Flowerman. Game resumes to mid-screen.
Flowerman spacing things out. A very patient player if you've never seen Flowerman play before. So happy to go at this pace. LUEshi spinning the EX Black Flies. The dive coming in again. Gets a counter hit. Back to the corner we go. All dogs go to heaven. Not this time. Straight to hell goes Flowerman.
Yeah, Flowerman. I would agree the left corner is hell, especially with this little life. Chip's going to be a problem, as is the frame trap to far M from 2L. Flowerman goes down to a counter hit. LUEshi takes the first round very slowly, calculated. Only a couple big combos in there, I think. A lot of stray dive kicks really made that happen, I think.
Yeah, the dive kick timing was incredibly important for LUEshi, and will continue to be with Beelzebub. Gets pulled in, GG, EX addition, the low. He waited to see what LUEshi was going to do, and the toes were wide open.
Yeah, waiting for a DP too, and it's nice to use GG for what they're built for, which I think is that safe Oki, DP save. Don't need to overextend with the mix-up and make yourself vulnerable.
Flowerman saying, if you want to talk to me a little bit closer, I'm fine with that. The low again.
Talk to me, GG, and this seahorse spirit creature.
Listen, some people, if you date them, you gotta, be friends with their pets too. It's just the way it works.
Yep, there's Beppo at the end of the combo. I wish he left on a pixel.
Oh, good stuff from Flowerman. Again, just Flowerman's such a patient player that once they have the life lead, it's almost like trying to fight a wall that has like a shotgun on it. It's just, you can't get too close.
And you're like, who is reloading this thing automatically? There's got to be someone behind there.
Good jump over. Nothing doing. No block the DP and a good punish. It was a knockdown, but yeah, I was going to set up the instant overhead and does.
Yep, instant overhead combo. And keeping the corner carry sequence going. Here's another knockdown. Loopable. Got the installs. Flowerman built so much meter offensively here. Gonna deal with this air. Oh my god.
Taming him. Flowerman, it's still too early for all that whip action.
Yeah. Oh, it felt like the super never ended. And right when the super did end, there's far H from Fairy counter hitting whatever. Whatever it was Beelzebub was doing was irrelevant.
Flowerman not enough, feeling it. Like, yeah, that was good. That was good.
Yep.
Especially after the round 1 loss. You could tell it was one of those where it was like, I have this. I just, I got to watch out for the dives a little bit more. And Flowerman executing the adjusted game plan perfectly.
Yeah, joints are very adequately stretched, I would say, even mentally.
Absolutely. Nice teleport.
We've seen LUEshi going for some teleports in neutral, definitely wanting to time it perfectly and get those full auto combo punishes like he did before. And that was the first one we've seen land successfully. Otherwise, teleport is mostly just restarted neutral on the other side.
Sometimes you just got to hit that reset button, especially against a character like Fairy. Crouching medium, nothing doing. LUEshi looking for really just a way to put Flowerman into an uncomfortable space and begin offense. Good read from Flowerman.
Yeah. Thing is, a Fairy player with great defense like Flowerman has DP in their arsenal in addition to the game's very strong regular blocking option. Not very many ways to stay plus in this game without taking a risk. And also, if anything is like has any gap, you can always DP.
Oh my goodness. Speaking of gap, Flowerman not showing many, and the multiple hits because of the install super.
Yep. Double overhead is already so dangerous, and the low was the final straw in the block string. Flowerman on set point now.
Just like that, Flowerman on set point, and LUEshi a large hill, no mountain to climb.
Yeah, it's like maybe 5 feet in front of you, all that screen space, and it feels like the peak of Mount Kilimanjaro.
It's really far, but the EX dive, having wings, certainly will help you ascend to where you need to be. LUEshi has corner position, but Flowerman fighting back very comfortably out of that corner.
Ooh, meaty close M makes contact, and light combo pickup. My gosh. Here's the ball for the install. Maybe an air reset for a mix-up here could lead to a kill.
Yeah, guess for game. Essentially, the instant overhead, the dome blessed multiple times. Not even a Sunday yet, but Flowerman delivering the Lord's work.
It was a grounded reset and overhead, and I think there were like 2 or 3 lows early in the set, followed by 3 straight overheads later on in the fairy mix situation that Flowerman asserted so vehemently over and over. Mid-screen feels as dangerous as the corner against that character in particular. Flowerman showed you exactly why.
Yeah, Flowerman, again, a cerebral game, cerebral player. You see them excel very much in Granblue because of the type of game that it is, and it really looked like LUEshi didn't have a chance to get started after the first round. LUEshi playing at that momentum, it can be a good thing, but if you're not using that if you're not using that pace to really accelerate your character's win conditions, then you got to start to think like, who's actually benefiting from the slow pace more?
Yeah,
and it was
right.
Flowerman.
I think, you know, if you give Fairy space, she sends GG, neutral gets controlled. When LUEshi was given space, he did a couple black holes, tried to play around with some of those more ways for Beelzebub to force offense, and Flowerman completely disengaged.
Yeah.
Up, back, go away, don't care about gravity, not interested in learning physics.
No.
Disengage and
mean,
throw GG.
I work with ghosts. Why do I need to worry about physics? You know?
Right?
So,
ridiculous.
And you even saw when the Karma came out, Flowerman felt bold enough to just light into it, right? Because it just wasn't convincing enough to Flowerman that I have to fear what you're trying to do here. So they're going to be moving on to, you know,
Winners top 24.
Winners top 24, yeah, absolutely. And we're going to have our next two coming up. SenpaiSpyder versus another Midwest homie, Seth. You know, Seth, they have been really working hard at Granblue, and it's been showing off. I'm very proud of the dedication and focus that Seth has been putting into this. Ladiva player, but also has 6. So, you know, I know that the Ladiva's in their heart, but at this moment in time in the bracket, probably going to be 6.
Having a 6, I'd pick that 6 out of 6 times in bracket over Ladiva in most matchups.
Sometimes you got to play with your heart, though, Monkey.
Ladiva's definitely a heart character, and will probably be fine in a bunch of matchups in the game. And if you get somehow blown out when you play 6, definitely switch, right? I mean,
but I don't know about against Matera, though, right? Like,
no, I wouldn't. In a first to 2, like going out to a kind of self counter pick like that before you get a chance to learn, it'll feel too self-sabotaging. Yeah. I think you got to trust your main in a first to 2.
Yeah. Yeah, I think so. This is going to be an interesting one. I mean, 6, in a lot of ways, has a lot of just the things that you want to do against Matera just built into the kit.
Yeah, did you notice, though, that 6 became irrelevant just there?
This might be a button check.
Button check? Oh, button check on, right? Yeah, darn. Well, it's definitely still relevant then, and okay.
So possibly an on-ray here.
Well, keep your eyes up, you know. I can judge a real round start from a fake one pretty quick.
There you go.
Yeah. I'm gonna place my bet. It's a button check.
It's definitely a button check. Yeah, you see Andre doing the wiggle stick.
I think you and I realized that around the same time. I didn't prove any more talented in that respect.
That's okay. You know, I gotta have something out here.
Yeah,
you know,
can notice button checks.
That's on my resume, actually. Like, yeah, I'm really good at noticing button checks.
Of course, we've all seen that famous Sam Show moment when,
you know, listen,
Wooly was on the mic for my friend Jose.
Yeah.
And his stick disconnected in a crouching position, so it just looked like a stare down.
Yeah. Some other guy named Dynamite was on there. I don't know who that was, though, but
that's
you know, sometimes that happens. You know, you can't really blame them.
Yeah.
I hope they're doing well out there wherever they are.
Certainly not in the Sam Show bracket anymore.
No.
But I don't know if Green Jose Guzman, my good friend who was in that clip with the broken stick, sent him to losers or not. I have no idea what happened after. That's the nature of clips like that in the FGC.
Yeah,
sometimes there's just a moment that gets celebrated.
Just a moment in time. But let's enjoy this one. Top 32 action continuing on the winner's side. 6 versus Matera.
No Pringles can representation. No Pringles sponsorship for GBVS.
Not yet. There's still a chance. Straight to business, too. No intros. Let's get it going.
You know what would be really devastating is intros in the button check.
That would be tragic.
Yeah.
Speaking of tragic, Senpai trying to avoid the Shakespearean play, gets out into the middle.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm definitely getting some Macbeth vibes from this particular battle right now.
Absolutely.
Engaging aggressively, yeah.
I mean, that's kind of what you want to do. Counter hit overhead. This is huge for Seth. He has meter, spins it.
I like spinning the early super that you've got just because you're being so aggressive. There's even a chance for Seth to build another super if they lose enough life, not gonna lie.
That's true. Late tech from Senpai keeps them in the corner. The jump out, Seth, no! Tried to go for the air swat, but did not get it. Ooh,
Nice interrupt and full combo into butterfly. SenpaiSpyder hitting the combo limit pretty early. That's one of those combos you can't even lab for. It just happens.
Seth, they are out here pressing buttons right now, not respecting at all. Overhead connect. Ooh, we're diving straight through. Gets a hard knockdown. That's a block from Seth.
It's a really slow
No,
reversal.
it's not. I can't believe it.
It's very safely mediable by lights, one of the trademark features of the game. Close light pressure, 2Ls.
That's what I thought.
Very safe to use. And Seth has wonderful ones to use with 6. So I guess it was a throw or a bigger bet.
It might have been a full gamble, but whatever it was, Senpai escaping that one for sure with the round.
Maybe a 2M, I don't know. There's a 2M from Matera. Back hop cancel, returning to neutral.
Oh, good punish from Senpai, waiting for the EX dive. But Seth, wake up buttons.
Yeah, wake up button was strong. It denied SenpaiSpyder the butterfly situation that he was otherwise about to get.
Ooh, look at the tech from Senpai and the double hop. We're out of there.
Here's butterfly. Denying it with the forward roll too. Seth is very attuned to how much Senpai wants to activate against the butterflies. Has a great sense of the timing too.
Seth, EX fireball. Nice block from Senpai. Just frame even. Single butterfly out. The arrow comes through. Seth respecting, gets caught by the rain. Gonna need a couple more umbrellas.
Trying to activate the butterfly, and Seth blocked it from such a safe distance that time. Pretty much every defensive choice has been perfect.
Seth low on life, but has Super Skybound available. Here's the knockdown. One touch into a confirm will do it, but the overhead. Senpai not afraid to challenge 6, and it's so important, especially in the first to 2 game, to be able to show your opponent, like, I'm going to check you.
Yeah, that's the Matera Far L clandestine purpose. The far check and counter hits into itself.
Seth even more aggressive in this game to start. So important here to get things going. Senpai with the late tech. Seth waiting it out. The dive, nothing doing.
Right back in after a back follow-up from second Rekka. Nobody really seems prepared for just how fast the 6 can hit and run.
All right, now the license plate number is not available. Only perfect left in the view for Seth.
Yeah, perfect 7 letters. My state has 7-digit license plates. A perfect as a license plate could be cool.
That would be very cool.
Yeah.
Just as cool as that slide in from Senpai. The double.
Now the slide was cooler, let's be real.
That's fair.
Especially since it was a 25, 27, 20, 32 hit combo.
Half-life combo. Gordon Freeman would be proud. The wake-up buttons again from Seth.
Yeah, there was a full screen corner carry too. Senpai could do it again. Cooldowns are back. Never mind. Seth secures the corner. 6, here he comes.
Oh, big hit here for Seth. Going to be able to reset. Yeah.
Nice. Fighting into the corner with EX arrow. Kind of like a throw bait option. Senpai gets out, but mid-screen feels like the corner. Seth out of cooldowns now, though. Matera has a great chance to start zoning. Finds a nice counter poke with punish.
Good stuff from Senpai. Been spacing out incredibly well against the tools that Seth wants to use to close the distance. Overhead connects, but not much off of it. Seth still, I mean, only a confirm away from taking this round, but can say the same for Senpai.
Is it another wake up SSBN?
Oh, they did not block.
Did not block. Something got punished.
Oh, you hate to see it. Senpai on set point.
You know, at mid-screen too, you can roll through to the other side safely. So it was another kind of strike or throw commitment that wasn't a 2L. And that's the problem.
Rough situation. Seth going to have to dig deep.
It's going to be hard to dig on this space rock too. Very, very dense.
That is true. I don't even know how the gravity calculation is going to be done, but Seth might be getting pulled down into the abyss, and does. Senpai with a 2-0 from Seth, and look, that was the other side of the coin, right? We saw Matera versus 6 earlier, and it was all 6 all the time. But this time around, SenpaiSpyder taking one for the Matera game.
Yep. And Big Willie showing his back.
I mean, this is the best. This is what we come to Combo Breaker for right here. Big Willie.
I'm sorry to say that match was not enough for Big Willie to be entertained.
No, I mean, they saw the run up and no block and were like, okay, I know what kind of match this is going to be. Let me just get a big chill time. And speaking of chill time, we're going to take a couple to reset and relax, but we got some ads for you, and then when we come back, the rest of Top 32 Granblue Fantasy Versus here at Combo Breaker 2022. Stay locked.
Welcome back to Combo Breaker 2022. I'm Monkey Business, joined by Maverick. We have the exclusive privilege of continuing to commentate top 32 through to top 16 of Granblue Fantasy Versus action. Action's so good that I actually want to see it. So I'm going to take off my foggy glasses, show the world my eyes, and get ready to focus in on Granblue Fantasy Versus. And our players coming up, we got Diaphone and MasterChipmonk. What is surely a Zoe versus Six matchup.
Yeah, going to be one that, I mean, there's a few Zoes in the U.S., but Diaphone is the one, right, that you're going to see. And another Six back on the sticks. Zoe, a couple of tools that, you know, I think can help out in the Six matchup, but they all revolve around Dragon, right? So that's going to be the key. And if Diaphone can keep the Dragon meter nice and stocked and ready to go, then I think they might have a little bit easier time.
I think you might see more of a reliance on throw in the typical strike throw game that Zoe runs, because Six parry can parry projectiles, it can parry the laser from up close and create a reversal situation. So maybe we'll see throw before laser makes contact, but I do think throw will just be a little bit more relevant in the offense from Diaphone, which I think has historically been his strongest point. There's great defense in every game he plays, but his offense is razor sharp and rehearsed, and he'll make you feel like you're part of some kind of training mode sequence.
Certainly will. Here we go.
There's the throw.
Yep. And after the laser goes off, the fire from behind. MasterChipmonk guarding every which way. Pokes back out with a crouching light, but it's Diaphone with the hit and conversion.
Instantly, Oki starts once again. With all the cooldowns gone, of course, throw's the only threat from Diaphone. He goes for it.
Counter hit and the teleport out, but the unique guard point from Diaphone. The air helicopter coming through.
Block string continues. Nice. Zoe gets a link off of that counter hit buffer in the EX Lightning. Very strong from her. You can find like long range combos into super there too. Diaphone has closed a lot of rounds with that combo where I think she gets more damage than other people at that range for a counter poke.
And this was the spacing I was talking about. You see Diaphone putting the Dragon out early, forcing MasterChipmonk to approach in a different manner than Six normally would. Conversion off of the laser.
Here comes more. Yeah, parry finally makes contact on a strike. Diaphone though knows Chipmonk wants to exit the corner using the unique action, finds an interrupt. Off of an air now creates even more offense.
And bringing away at the guard. Chipmonk stuck in the corner again. The thunder comes down, crouching medium. The parry though, get off me.
Yep. Ooh, 5L interrupt from far away. That bought Diaphone a lot of time. His cooldowns are back. He's ready to create chip. He can kill with anything. 5L interrupt from close.
I love Diaphone using the unique guard point into, you know, counter strike from Zoe to stop the air poke from Six. That's you know, just a movement that a lot of people have problems with.
Yeah, it's super unique to him too. I think using whatever unique tools you have possibly available on your unique button in defense is great in this game, which is normally so similar in how characters defend.
Well, right now, MasterChipmonk not defending to the best. The light check, again, getting a counter hit.
Yep, and the delayed throw tech gets him nowhere. Ooh, that was actually more of a combo drop. Parry still works and gets Chipmonk out. The chance to build offensive momentum is now.
And MasterChipmonk gonna have to start working on all cylinders. The turnaround, nothing doing. Diaphone playing it patiently, has the life lead. What a great poke out, and Diaphone 1 round away just like that.
Yep. Zoe Far M into first Rekka is one of the only normals in the game that will juggle in the air and on the ground. Regardless of like when it makes impact, it will always combo on hit on a cancel.
Step man, MasterChipmonk Dragon with the interference, the laser, but we diving through.
Ooh. Another interrupt as soon as Six takes the air. Chipmonk has been interrupted there pretty recklessly now, maybe 3 or 4 times.
Not buying it, but the laser, the light show being purchased. 2 tickets, please.
Diaphone showing off how good the far M button is. Chipmonk decided to take to the air in fear of it. Makes sense.
Oh, super red like a book.
Red and reacted, I would say. He had the... Maybe sitting there buffering and pressing the button on reaction to air fireball. Amazing.
Oh, but
Turnstile super denied. Diaphone punishes it and ends the set as quickly as possible.
Which is what you want to do against Six, right? Like, you don't want to be blocking all that. But again, the key to that matchup right there, air movement denial. Like, almost every time you see MasterChipmonk try to go with that very unique jump arc that Six can perform, immediately just, I'm going to use my unique skill, guard pointed up, counter, and it also gives me Dragon Meter.
Yep, and in addition to unique, there was also Super Interrupt on just one Air Fireball, EX Air Fireball, which is such a reliable corner offense generator. Combo on hit, plus on block, what Six likes to hear. If it never makes contact, though, thanks to Super, it's not going to be relevant.
Yeah, taking all the options off the table. Diaphone, obviously a prolific fighting game player in multiple games. So these are the type of matches that he wants. Because speaking of wanting, there you go. This is it is looking a little sus here. But
Diaphone in his red Maturino hoodie, kind of looking like the canonical red crewmate from popular video game Among Us.
Maybe that crewmate's trying to tell us something like, yo, this is he's the one. He's the one you got to worry about.
But sus on Diaphone right now for making it in winners finals to possibly face ZomBmu, the other surefire pick. Also on our screen right now, Cagliostro player on the left. And they are up against, is that Apple, the Zoe player as well?
Yes. Well, guard user, yeah. But
guard user.
Yeah.
Guard user's a great name.
It is, especially for Zoe.
For Zoe, because using the guard button might help you against the fuzzy instant overhead mix-ups available to her thanks to lasers and scientific frame data calculation.
There you go.
Don't want to deal with any of those.
No math, please. Just one button and we're good to go. But
I don't think Zoe's tall, so I don't think she's subject to it quite as much. But I got fuzzied yesterday by Diaphone as Percival, and it was horrible. It felt really bad.
It's what you get when you get with the character. There we go. Desyncing the PS4 pads, of course, always important. And now that we're turning to offline in a more consistent basis, glad to see it.
Yeah, does anybody remember how to do this? A few select people, and one of them on our stream stage right now, really taking care of it.
There you go.
Appreciate it.
So this will be Cag versus Zoe. Cagliostro, one of the characters in the States that, partially because of ZomBmu, has just been sitting in a very high echelon when it comes to character strengths. But if you look outside of the U.S., you actually don't see that.
It's starting to get there, I think, but for a long time, Zombie had the character on their back, and it became pretty clear to me quickly when I saw that, like, Cag is a character with obvious neutral strength and zoning capability, but the incessant potential she has to run away and teleport away and EX teleport into whatever she wants. I realized that, like, oh my god, the offense is just as strong as the defense, and Far H is hit confirmable into her super, which reaches from anywhere. She can do 2L2L into a really long 5L and still get a EX hula hoop combo. It's like, oh my god, I'm dying everywhere on the screen. Anywhere is a corner.
And you'll see ZomBmu use the threat of all of those options. I mean, I've seen ZomBmu pull off 15, 20-second block strings, just having the opponent stuck in the corner and giving you the space to think like, oh, now it's my turn to, interact and get out. And then that's when, a teleport will happen, an aggressive teleport will happen. And, other side, you get hit, and now you're back in the same situation again.
Yeah. EX teleport especially is like, I think that's the strongest special move in the game on its own.
It's really good.
H version. Has a hitbox itself, launches, like what? Help me.
Please, someone. Looks like we might be going back to space. Guard user and ZomBmu. Some more top 32 action here.
Yeah, I wonder what the guard button is on that stick over there of guard user. Maybe you want easy
like
access.
The bottom three.
Bottom
on the
three?
Right.
Yeah, all of them.
Yeah, just in case.
Protect your character with the gesture of protecting your whole stick, your whole hand down on the guard buttons.
Yeah, that's really, you're just like, no.
Yeah, you want to see my guard macro? It's L, M, and H.
Victory. Battle 1. Engage.
Skipping the intros too.
Yeah.
Competitive, hungry players. They play the game enough. They've seen it.
You know what it is. Dragon comes out. ZomBmu immediately trying to run up, but the turnaround laser, you can't leave the show once you buy tickets.
Yeah, ZomBmu was very bold to continue running forward. Maybe didn't expect to get checked by a guard user. Knowing the exact measurement of where the laser combo could be picked up, ZomBmu was not able to escape its range. But has interesting knowledge. Just for trying, you're seeing that Zombie is going to be more aggressive than most people against Zoe.
Yeah, Hazard down on the ground, catching guard user, of course. There's the teleport to the other side. ZomBmu setting up the classic pressure tick throw as well.
And yeah, that's what I mean when I say the mid-screen can feel like a corner against Cagliostro, because when there's a portal under you, she'll be comboing off of throws from the portals, and everything will be so devastating. Oh, there's Zoe picking up a potential chance.
Yeah.
Guard user still has SSBA too as a comeback tool.
That's a huge win for Guard user, despite the life deficit. Using dodge as well, avoiding the rock.
They're just agreeing to charge, building up the big rock, building up big dragon meter, and full screen lance into portals on the other side. Full screen combo from ZomBmu. I was interested in how that round was playing out. They just agreed to build resources together.
Yeah, it's the classic anime step back. I'll get to my max, you get to yours, and we'll see what it do.
Yep, key charge. Nothing doing for guard user.
Not at all. Definitely using a lot of guard. Hasn't had much offensive opportunity.
Yeah, you can't win by just guarding though. They can be helpful, but it's not the only solution.
That's fighting games for you for sure. Laser comes out, hazard throw, so you can't really approach. Dragon again, EX helicopter for the frames.
Second hit Rekka. No counter hit though. Nothing doing on combos, no frame trap. Oh my god, so much dragon meter.
Plenty of dragon meter back.
Uncontested.
Dragon set down. But I mean, honestly, Zombie, it's been more of an annoyance than anything else for ZomBmu.
Yep.
Finally, guard user gets a corner scenario, doesn't set up the dragon, goes for the EX Thunder, and no.
Yeah, and the laser goes away on block. You see Zoe block instantly. Dragon chose not to fire. Straight block on the overhead. Often it's not about the overhead, but counter hitting a button press when a person assumes you're going to cancel off of your button.
And this is how comfortable ZomBmu is. Like, letting guard user get dragon meter, you know, in any other situation, letting Zoe just get dragon meter is like almost a death sentence, but ZomBmu is really comfortable. There's the teleport, nice blocks from guard user, as the name would say.
Yeah, and Zombie will zone and, you know, let you get close. And once you're close, teleport far behind you out of the corner. Look at all this coverage. That's a big rock.
It's definitely a large projectile. Guard user, though, not getting clipped by a stepping back.
Life lead for guard user, though. Time is very relevant now. Zombies actually got to go in.
Yeah, and guard user can stall it out with some more dragon uses. Dodges through the projectile. There's the dragon just to stall it out. Helicopter on the other side. Guard user taking the timeout wisely, not running to ZomBmu once the life lead is established, and we're all squared up on rounds.
Yeah, made that life lead extra certain. Love to see a timeout victory. Kind of using Zombie's own strategy against them, using all that time they spent key charging, and it ends up in the favor of whoever wins by timeout.
That's absolutely true. Guard user fighting ZomBmu back to mid-screen. Zombie giving them distance to move forward, not really worried about the positioning on the screen. Air hazards apply.
I cannot believe this matchup.
Projectile.
When that happens, they both just need to build the resource to keep up with one another. Fascinating.
Oh, nice checks from ZomBmu.
Point blank lights. No such invincible options from Zoe. Always on the defensive. Making love to now backslash the guard button. Interrupt? Incredible. Very aggressive. Keeping Zombie cornered too as guard user using the super. Yeah. No Oki though.
Yeah, no real Oki, and teleport is back now, so you got to really do it the old-fashioned way. Zombie looking for space to get out of there. Clash in immediate belief.
Often people choose dodge cancel after clash, thinking they can get the whip punish on whatever comes next, but I agree with the choice to stay aggressive, especially when one hit will win you the round. Go for it at the first moment it's available.
Yeah, I mean, CAC super, you know, definitely putting the damage out there, so.
Yep.
I'll confirm away, and ZomBmu taking the first one, but that was a long game one.
Yeah, absolutely. Only one timeout, but the rest of them were well over 40 seconds at least.
Here's the pressure again. You see guard user just trying to find areas to really begin a traditional type of offense, but it only really happens once the corners have been established by either player.
And guard user are very afraid to even hit the portals under them. You can 2L them or 2M them as Zoe. Yeah, but if you extend a hurt box in doing so, and that's often what players like Zombie are looking to counter hit or whip punish. And the consequences are dire. She'll get a full combo as long as those portals are under you. And then put you right back in the corner as well. So it's a tough scenario for sure. Dragon comes back out. No laser this time. Guard user at the health deficit, and this time is certainly on ZomBmu's side. Yep. Continues to be. I think these are real-time seconds. Are they? I don't know. As I'm looking at them, I'm not so sure. I don't Time is not relevant, though. It's all out for this round, and guard user ZomBmu with pretty much a perfect. Yeah, maybe blocked a couple things in a game that hardly does chip anyway. So maybe, you know, 1 degree below perfect. Our guard user going to have to find a way to start some sort of momentum on their side, and maybe
not play the stall game as much. Easier said than done for sure. Nice 2L after the laser to get rid of the hazard.
Can I just say too that I'm very impressed that this dragon is willing to fly into rocks and dissipate the projectile with a trade. This dragon is so brave, it's so little. The rocks surely weigh more than it, and yet it just flies into them no problem.
Listen, when you got friends and they're in trouble, you help them out no matter what.
Even if it means you're trading with rocks.
Sure, why not? That's the power of friendship right there. Late tech on the throw, ZomBmu trying to unfriend everyone at the moment, including guard user. Guard user all about business. Oh!
This is so much damage. Is that a kill? There's another portal here for the combo after. Oh, it didn't activate. That's fine. That'd be cool.
Last legs for guard user.
Yep.
This is a huge mountain to climb. You got the traps. The thunder actually clears everything out.
Shot all 3 of them, but then got hit by a little rock right in the thigh.
Yeah.
And so guard user goes down guarding.
What's worse than a thunderstorm is a meteor shower. So,
yeah,
it's just the way weather works. But
yeah,
gonna be ZomBmu moving on in, pretty, I would say, comfortable fashion. There was good stuff from guard user, though. I rarely see ZomBmu lose the timeout. So the fact that they were able to, recognize, like, hey, I actually have, the life lead here. I can make it just as difficult for ZomBmu to approach me as I would approach ZomBmu. Yeah, that's intelligent play. But again, ZomBmu just so comfortable in a lot of scenarios, and CAG is, their character. Like this, they define the character in the US, and you see why. And
winning by timeout also shows your adaptability. It's nobody's plan to win by timeout. We tend to like to reduce the life bar to 0 in our fighting games.
Yes,
but it shows you can instantly change in accordance with whatever's happening, not just in a whole set, but just one round.
Yeah, yeah, and that's pretty much what ZomBmu did after the timeout. Actually got a little bit more aggressive. Yeah. You saw a couple of the EX teleports on block, just like forcing you into a situation where you're like, man, I really have to hold all of this, and it ended up being the case. So ZomBmu, one of the people that, we expect to go exceptionally, really far in the tournament, going to be moving on. Not over yet for guard user, though. Still has the loser side. Yeah,
I have high hopes for them, too, moving forward. Moving forward on the stage now, is this Chunko and Kain?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Kain, I know, is Percival, rocking the green Percival earlier, hit a nice optimal combo on stream off command grab. I definitely gestured appropriately in the crowd. I gave an okay sign. Maybe it showed up on the stream cam. But if it didn't, I'm here now to compliment it.
There you go.
Might see another one later.
Percival players got to stick together,
Yeah. Oh, things used to be different. We went from top 1 in one season to top 1 in another season, and then not top 1, but still top 5 probably in another season.
Yeah, the high echelon life is very difficult.
Yeah.
A lot of people are like, oh, well, you're still top 5, but top 5 and top 1 is a different feeling for people.
Yeah, especially when you're top 1 and it seems that you don't have that many players anyway somehow.
Yeah.
And so also people like you for showing up with the character no matter what.
You need that matchup experience for sure.
Yeah. Bizarre. You take props where you can get them. A lot of people are professional at this kind of fishing here in the fighting game community. Those of you watching at home, those of you who go to your locals and play low tier and expect praise and applause.
Listen,
you'll probably get it, honestly. You'll probably get it.
Getting, vindication and validation is important. So do what you do for sure. Play who you love. That's my preach. Listen, if you don't enjoy the character, then you certainly have a chance to switch. This is definitely a button check.
Using the same exact character,
for sure. Oh, they're not even, okay.
Doing it here makes sense.
And that saves time and everything like that. So.
I agree, though, that you'll be strongest with whatever excites you the most. That could be a character you like, or a playstyle you like, or if there's synergy, well, then you're a really, really lucky player.
For sure. Yeah. Absolutely. But check out the way.
Perhaps the most important button, the H button. Oh, there's the unique button there. They're realizing now, oh my god, Zoe's buttons are ridiculous. All these CAG buttons are so good. Why don't I play this character?
Maybe I'll take that for after the tournament. But there's the nod from both players. They're ready to go straight to character select. More top 32 action here. As you said, we saw Kain earlier. Really do incredibly well on the Percival, as we've seen. The green Percival is, you see the green Percival, you think Kain. That's just the way that it goes. But gonna have to go up against a 6 and another 6. Have we had 6 6s yet?
Probably.
I haven't counted, but I'm going to go back and look.
6 has probably made 6 stream appearances and looked pretty sick in all of them, yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. So, Kain, obviously rocking the Percy against 6. When you think about stopping the aerial momentum of 6, what do you think Kain's going to be looking for when it comes to, just trying to prevent some of those very frustrating scenarios that 6 can put you in?
If you're Research Percy, you always find a way to use close M as an anti-air somehow, and you get great combos off of it. I'd be really impressed if we could see some of those, maybe on like preemptively against air projectile, going under it and close S-ing it for a combo. Because 2H is very high commitment. Chunko definitely knows how to space jumps with 6 to an extent where 2H from Percival is just not good enough. But there is a great interrupt. Close H hit, and even without stocks, it leads to a huge combo. There's a stocked, meterless pile bunker off of 214 MH.
Chunko still back in there. Kain playing defensively, backing up, giving Chunko space to make a mistake. Full ground fireball, spending 2 stocks at once. Kain
spent them all, but doesn't need any stocks to finish this match now. A single normal will do it.
Yeah, just a confirm. Went for the DP, but interrupted. Chunko has an opportunity here after the hard knockdown. Hey, just do it again.
DP, baby. I mean, against rest of the cast, I think you die on the punish. Against 6, I don't think you would there. No matter what. So I'm with it. The risk reward still works out in that situation for Kain.
And stocking up, immediately using it on the command dash. Oh, not today. You can't parry a grab, and Chunko in a whole lot of trouble.
Super aggro, very creative for Kain. Love seeing Percy's go to mocked without hesitating. Got his plus frames, waited. 2 command grabs, one as a parry punish and the other as a good old command grab. A kill for Kain on a perfect, and the Percy win pose on screen. Man, he's so happy to be landing that last hit of super. I always love his other hand posture. His hand is open with the other sword. His gloves are randomly spiked. What a cool character.
Fun character for sure. Kain having a pretty good time at the moment. You got to think too, being able to go up against 6 and really just get that commanding win must feel good. Right?
Yeah, right. Like, forget season 3. Well, it's season 2. Percy's still king, or season 1.
Kain just sliding through the Percival. Going back to character select, I actually like that. I love when players do that. They go to character select, not necessarily they're switching, they're just thinking it out, saying, okay, what did I do wrong?
Chunko had some notes, possibly, or something on the phone. Maybe a comfortable meme or something to chuckle at. Whatever can bring
the mental reset.
Yeah, bring your spirits back together. Enter default mode. I'm sure you play best from there.
Absolutely.
When adrenaline hits me, I start dropping stuff, but I also start making great decisions. So it's like I can execute against what they're going to do, but not with my own combo or whatever's in mind.
I like to think of adrenaline as widening the spectrum of performance, so it can be greater or lesser.
Right. But it's certainly different either way.
Absolutely. Kain, though, trying to keep it nice and steady and go through 2-0 in this top 32 action. Chunko not able to approach so far. Air fireball, a casual jump over and confirm from Kain.
Yeah. Light check. Letting them kind of walk into it. You can use the fast movement speed of characters like 6 against them, as long as you're sticking out big normal for them to be running into.
Ooh. Nice hop over, good blocks from Kain. Stand up for the, an immediate parry. Chunko taking the turn right back, low opener.
Yeah, overhead unblock, of course, negative. Kain just wants a little turn, please. Finds a punish. Percival so well equipped to deal with the 6 matchup. Far H punishes the backdash follow-up from Rekka on its own.
Chunko.
And Chunko's got to know that and won't forget it now.
Tried to get out of the restaurant. Kain says, sir, please, you gotta pay the check. It's not that kind of party.
There's another one. You see H getting used. Gave Kain a free stock.
Set point for Kain as well, so the dividends are looking nice and juicy. Investment plan working out well for Kain. Chunko stuck in the corner.
Yeah, and I like the way that Kain keeps his offense going while still not spending so much meter. He did the meterless mock there after the meterless command that's low, meterless DP. He still has all the specials, you know?
Saving those resources. Smart stuff from Kain. Also has Skybound art available. The parry, though. Chunko finally getting a turn.
Yeah.
Big conversion here.
Could have been a little bit. Oh, I see the plan. It was a long-term plan. Far clone reset. I don't know if we'll see kill on this, but it is an SSPA, so it does a lot more damage than regular. I think it'll kill. Barely not. Percy's alive.
Kain holding on for dear life.
Chip is relevant. It'll kill him. Anything Kain blocks will kill him now.
Oh, he said no dice. Kain
That's a
with
kill.
the skewer, putting him on the grill.
Nice. Yes. Stabbed clean right through. That's the fastest cooking I've ever seen in terms of grill.
Listen, when you're a knight, you don't have a lot of time. You know?
Yeah.
So you got it takes 10 minutes to put armor on. If you play D&D, you know that one. So
of course.
Look, you got to be able to move quickly, and Kain advancing very convincingly and fast through top 32 into top 24. That was really good stuff.
Percival making fast food out of that. It came down to finally one parry getting command grabbed after there were like 3 or 4 successful ones in a row. And if parry's working so much for you as Chunko, of course you're going to rely on it in a clutch moment after it's only given you success. Kain took advantage of that sharply.
Definitely did, and I mean it worked well because Kain showed that he was willing to command grab the parry earlier in the set.
It was like one of the a round 1 interaction.
Yeah, but then stopped, right?
Yep.
Like I'm not going to go to that. I see that it's available for me. I'm going to fade away. If he parries me, that's okay, and then using it for the game ender.
Another element I think that makes it calculated too is while Kain could get chipped to death by anything, any special, a parry on wake up, contrast to a DP, it will not do any chip, so you feel pretty confident going for it when it's like his only defensive option.
Absolutely.
Wake up normal would have been the look, funnily enough, in that situation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is one of those things you can look at in review, but we're going to keep moving forward. October in Joker, she was on yesterday, has the Eustace available, also has a Beelzebub, so, you know, has the decision of what they want to do against October's Matera.
Yes. I think if you're mostly playing Matera this weekend, then Matera. But Beelzebub has a great matchup and kind of a variety of tools that's more well-rounded. Probably a stronger tournament character in general, but it looks like I already saw Matera get picked over there.
Yeah. Well, it'll be guns versus bows if Eustace comes out, but
guns and bows. Okay.
Yeah.
Wow, a generational battle across the times.
Yeah, definitely hasn't been heavily favored in the for the bow community, but
in fighting games things are different.
That is, I was just gonna say that is a very different story in everything else that is not real life.
That puts the fantasy in Granblue Fantasy Versus.
Yeah. Believe in victory. Believe in your bow. Believe
in the bow character. A character who has had a much stronger tournament representation than Eustace historically, but I mean Eustace came out at a time when the game was only in an online state with a while to go before offline. And so this could be his offline debut. Yeah, I like this character. He's probably my second most played.
All right, there's a hard knockdown immediately for October.
Yep. The best anti-zoning projectile in the game right there, that Eustace shot. It's a charge motion. Those of you that know Sonic Boom will be able to use that move no problem.
Oh, the turnaround light, though, for October. Going to set up the butterflies, of course. Late tech, but they're still flying. You got to guard all of them. Side switch. October almost put themselves in the corner, but gets the mid-screen. That was disgusting.
Yeah, but October's probably disgusted with what was a combo drop. Picked up something else, though. Simple little super. And Joker's got to recalculate. Yeah. Or try to do whatever you did before, but succeed.
That might be the same thing, but we'll say they're two different ones. You know, there's some nuance there. However, October getting straight back to business. The jump in, straight to the corner goes Joker. Another tick throw.
The challenge of playing a charge character, you are holding down back so much, you become so susceptible to throws and offense. However, in a quick input game, you don't always have to be charging, so that projectile right there, you can run up and shoot it sometimes. It can be very useful.
Certainly, it's a part of the decision-making process, but right now, all the decisions for October are working out. Standing dodge, counter poke with the projectile.
There's Rat Race. That grenade right there, the EX version, is a sticky bomb. That'll be relevant at some point in this matchup, I'm sure. It'll be more relevant if Joker can win this round.
Joker got a little bit of a road to travel here. October defending up really well.
Oh, seeking out the air follow-up. Great preemptive air from October. Familiar enough with Eustace.
Yeah.
There will be no reliance whatsoever on unfamiliarity. Joker can't get away with nothing.
No, for sure. October locked all the way in, and Joker, she's taking a little bit of time, just kind of gathering themselves and going back into it. Sticking with Eustace.
Yeah. Well, I think that's good. You know, first to two, can't really help it. Too late. It's just too soon to switch ever. Lawn butterfly block string continues, and a little wait from Joker and a great interrupt on the 2L. First conversion so far. There's October, though, squeezing out of the offense.
Oh, the double hop over October, getting a little aggressive. I'd love to see, you know, zoning characters be able to shorten the distance and get up close and personal enough to kind of break that rhythm.
Yeah, I think it's what helps Matera more so identify as the kind of hit and run character that she is. That hop changes everything. One of the hardest things to anti-air in any fighting game I've ever played.
Backing away, standing back with nothing doing. October stuck in the corner at the moment. Super Skybound art available, and there's the knockdown. Only a tap will do.
Full screen. Will it reach? Not in time. Very fast recovery on projectile.
Oh.
Who knows the punish? Apparently not October. There's your knowledge check. I cursed it.
Joker getting a blessing and not being fully punished and killed here.
Yeah, and has projectiles to shoot. Chip could be relevant. I feel like the straight zoning game would be better for Joker if it weren't for October having the life lead there.
Yeah, that's a dangerous situation. And now October on set point, threatening to send Joker out of the bracket.
Yep. EX projectile is always better than a regular one. One of the only ways that Eustace could lose the zoning war is if he just happens to shoot at the same time Matera does EX with 2 layers.
The blocks from October. Not getting cracked on the dome. Immediate setup with the rain, just letting Joker know. Got plenty of projectiles left, but Joker with a shot of her own. Oof.
It's been a problem. October walks out of throw range, just holding back, and Joker doesn't go low after the first stagger, so the throws are just completely whipping from Joker. That's happened twice now.
October playing patiently with this life lead, looking to make all the smart decisions. EX interrupted. Joker has an opportunity here with the cooldown.
Might need to see like a delayed low or something. October's had the defense solved in advance.
Ooh, what a roll through from Joker.
Yeah. Even against a delayable shot, still rolled through.
Good stuff for sure. Only needs a couple of taps, and yeah, the throw, catching the down back.
One big tap on the throw. I feel like that entire set was a Matera block string with varying beneficial results for her.
Yeah, I mean, and you noted that earlier. That can be the difficulty. Like, even though Eustace has the superior projectile, the mobility of Matera to be able to do the hit and run gameplay really kind of changed things up, because once October got sick of the shooting war, it's like, okay, I'm going to advance forward. I can use my unique hop to get over the low shot, and then I'm already in your face and at times punishing you.
Yeah, and while Eustace does have the Sonic Boom, he does not have the flash kick on that down charge. So he wasn't able to anti-air hop, and also wasn't able to anti-air it off of Matera's cancels that she uses to extend the turn even further.
Yeah.
So that is a loser's bracket sentence.
Yes, yes.
But there's still a chance Chunko could come back. In the meantime, though, already arriving at the stage, we have LUEshi and ZachInABox. Zach, I know, plays Belial, and has for a long time. Yeah,
LUEshi you saw earlier up on Beelzebub.
Beelzebub, the top-tier B-boy matchup.
Yeah. This is the lore battle here, and loser side action. So this is it for one of these players. Much love to ZachInABox, of course, Midwest player. Yep. So got to show some love to Zach. Fantastic person, by the way. Very good fighting game player, obviously, making it this far. Also a Street Fighter player.
Yep, definitely someone to celebrate out here in the Midwest.
Absolutely.
Someone who celebrates the scene themselves. I mean, I found it hard to argue with the Chicago, the best fighting game city tweet thread that I saw Zach on. I'm like, wow, I mean, you have 2 majors a year and all these locals and Granblue so alive. Like, yeah, it seems pretty good out here.
Listen, you don't got to twist my arm being a Chicago native, so I think it's a fantastic city for fighting games. So if you're looking for one, come on through to the Windy City. But we're looking for one more match here in top 32. It's going to be ZachInABox and LUEshi. Again, LUEshi, had a difficult time when they were up, and it's always, difficult once you're in this top 32 area. You lose once, and it's kind of convincingly to get your headspace together and come up and try to do it again.
Yeah, you want to play like the person that beat you and have a chance, just a very slim chance of getting to play them again. Double Jeopardy is a real privilege, I think. Just the shot, just the chance to have it.
Yeah. All right, here we go.
Color choice very important here.
Always,
no doubt.
Always, always. You gotta pick the color that you need, and the one that you practice with too, because it can be very, very jarring to not have your color.
That's true fighting game advice. I think Fudo was talking about it in Street Fighter. Would always play default, and thought other colors and costumes were distracting, which became an issue when Default was once banned at a very notable tournament, EVO, and then he suddenly had to play something else.
Yeah, look.
Hey, he didn't win that grand finals. I'm not going to say it's the costume's fault.
Listen, you got to prepare that. If you're at that level, you got to prepare. You got to have multiple things in the pocket and ready to go.
Multiple costumes.
Hey, every little bit helps. But speaking of being ready to go, we're going to get into it. No, not a button check at all.
Comfortable players will waste no time. They've been on this stream stage already, both yesterday and today. We saw LUEshi. Yesterday we saw Zach. We saw him pretty familiarly doing these Belial B&Bs, corner resets.
Overhead, the crack shoot.
Yeah, that's a dead character, one-hit super. The best way to kill, I think. No cinematic, but big blue effects everywhere. We're celebrating Granblue, put the blue in it.
You got to put the blue in there. That's very important to make sure that the colors are proper.
Yeah.
Zach with one round just that quickly.
Zach blocking low. Ooh, 5H second hit on his counter hit used to be a combo creator on its own. Those were dark times.
It was wild.
Yeah.
EX pinwheel blocked up at the crouching medium, tapping the shoes of LUEshi.
Oh, another pickup. Big drop on the DP.
Unfortunate stuff. LUEshi with a chance. Teleport out of the corner. Zach says, no, back you go. We were not done talking.
Weren't done talking, and you're not allowed to throw me yet. There's this thing called throw protection on my wake up. I don't know if you've heard of it. Obviously not. Extreme throw protection on wake up command grab, which catches a Zach moving forward for his command grab himself. No throw immunity though.
EX pinwheel. Zach deciding to play the long range game for just a little bit. The jump over.
Yep.
That was a jumping medium kick if I've ever seen one.
Yeah, and I think cross-ups are even more effective when somebody is already moving forward under you, because then they become even less certain of where your character will end up relative to them.
It can be very ambiguous.
Yeah, so you cross yourself up just by moving forward. If you run forward all the way, then you know it's going to cross up. You got to kind of commit to it, though, even in a guard button game.
Zach up 1-0. Only needs 2 more rounds to call it a day. LUEshi with the teleport out. EX Black slides, nothing doing. Zach this time blocking, but getting open after the karma pulls him in.
Yeah, LUEshi probably should have done H there. Black hole's a big starter.
Zach with the tick throw. Showing those Street Fighter roots.
Yep. Run up like DP must be an input error. LUEshi gets a good punish and massive damage. Corner no, he's looking for a reset after.
Went for the reset, risky stuff, but gets Zach into the corner.
Yeah, and the reset is calculated because any hit he gets can convert to super for the kill regardless. So he just needs the next thing desperately, even though it didn't pan out.
Oh, the DP, but Zach stays alive barely.
Yeah, one of the only hits that can't go to super. DP. Oh, what a huge input error.
This could be big.
It's as big as one hit in the super. That's a kill. That's just BA right there. No scaling will kick in. Goodbye.
Wow.
Foregone conclusion. I placed my bet a long time ago. I made my channel points.
Zach looking to score all of the points in this set point and being able to advance forward. LUEshi, last chance for the dance.
Oh. Just hoping that it's not some kind of chicken dance or like comic routine. Chicken blocking maybe? No?
Not in this game.
No, barely.
Oh, the check on the lights. Zach. Combo extension here. Yep, EX pinwheel.
Looks like a Belial round to me.
Staggering the crack shoot.
Oh, it's over.
Terrence Bogart action here at Granblue Fantasy versus Top 32 losers side.
Yeah, crack shoot, crack on the counter hit, dome, right to the dome. And I like, again, the same kind of stylistic tradition. Super to kill, but only the first hit, no cinematic.
Speaking
Willie, though, Willie doesn't care.
What better movie? What better movie than the Big Willie cam?
Willie had no shot.
All right. So that'll wrap it up for Top 32 action. We saw a lot of really good matches, but Granblue Fantasy Versus is not over just yet. We'll have Top 16 action coming up after the break. We'll swap out some comms. I've been Maverick.
I've been Monkey Business. I've been having a wonderful time watching Granblue with you and bearing witness to it. I bet we can continue this right out there in those filled crowd seats. Crowds will only get louder as the action continues here at Combo Breaker 2022. Thanks for watching with us, and keep it locked for more Granblue Top 16s coming up right away.
Be blessed.